This is the incredible Peloponnese Peninsula of Greece. Yassas, Kalimera, good morning. How's it going? Today is Thursday, May 15th, 2025. Currently 67 degrees Fahrenheit. That is 19 degrees Celsius. And this is the lovely seaside city of Gythio. That is my rental car there. 35 euros, 40 bucks per day. Continuing with my Peloponnesian road trip. So, as I said, today is May 15th. I rented the car at the Athens airport for 10 days on May 5th. Now is 10 days, so I am not planning to return it today. I have not contacted them to tell them that I plan to keep it longer, but that shouldn't be a problem. I'd mentioned at the beginning that I might want it for longer. So there is just so much to see in this part of Greece. I've seen a lot. I've missed a lot. I will be seeing more. I don't know how much longer I'm going to keep the car, but I would say another 3 to 5 days, I think. I don't know where I'm going to end up tonight. Once again, the plans are open. I have a few ideas in mind, but I wanted to mention for those who have been recommending Monomvasia, I've known about Monomvasia for years and have wanted to visit, and that was one of the top places that I wanted to see in the course of this road trip. And so Monomvasia is just an hour and 15 minutes away from here. So I will very likely end up there today, although not completely certain because I'm considering some other options as well. If not, then I will end up there later. So we will find out. And so for now, then it is time to get out and start enjoying this amazing sunny day. Even though the temperatures are coolish, with the sun shining on you, it's actually nice and warm. Not sure that it's quite to the point that I want to jump in the cold Mediterranean waters today. We shall see, but it could happen. So I do want to show beaches, and there is a nice beach that is about 10 minutes south of here, and so I think that I will head that way before going the other direction around the I guess it would be a gulf between the two peninsulas. We are still basically on the Mani Peninsula here, but I will be heading east. And so let's do a quick little wander in the town of Gythio, show a little bit more up close. I think I will grab my backpack just in case I need some money or whatever, and then get out of town. Such a classic Greek harbor with the boats and the nice backdrop of the town. It reminds me a bit of Thermopylae, Syros Island. So, before a mission, let's head up to that church up there. Wind our way through the maze of lanes and see what there is to see along the way. I wonder how the fishing is going these days. As people have commented, when I go underwater, then you don't see very many fish. I guess there's more when you get further out there. A few swimming around down there. Here is the main square, I guess, or the main roundabout. We've got some local dishes here. Shrimps. Spaghetti bolognese, not exactly local, but very common throughout Greece. Looks like calamari and squid. Yummy sta, stuffed tomatoes and peppers. Not sure, maybe lamb. Not sure what that one is. Some kind of fish. Of course, moussaka. Now that's an interesting one. Noodles with an egg on top. I've never seen that on a menu. And then some little fishes there. And some more. Again, moussaka, but then some different dishes. Pasta. Yassas, hello, good morning. All right, let's get back in the lanes. Bon appetit, souvlaki, or as they say in Greece, Kali oroxi. Kali, good, oroxi, appetite. Here we go. Will this work? Probably it will. So far, so good. Okay, I've lost sight of the church, and so not sure where to go up. Let's see about this lane on the right. All right. Well, it's going up, but I'm still not seeing the church, so I don't know if it's to the left or the right, but we must be fairly close. And it looks like, boom. Oh wow. They're cooking something very good smelling inside there. Kind of smells like garlic bread a little bit. Something with garlic in it, I guess. Smells amazing though. Okay, abandoned building here. And the church, will it be open? Looks very locked so far. Nice church tower with stairs going up. Okay, we'll investigate that, but first, too bad. Very curious to see inside that one. Okay. Okay, well, nothing more to see here. Another old building. All right, well, mission number 1 accomplished. Now, let's get out of town and go to a nice beach. All right, back at the water. My car is straight across over there. So I wanted to address something here and give people a chance to give some feedback on one criticism of my videos sometimes, which is people saying I am swinging the camera around. Now, I am certainly not literally swinging the camera around. That's swinging the camera around, but I get it. If the camera movements are too fast sometimes, then that is certainly something that I want to rectify as much as possible. Now, it is important to keep in mind that I am not National Geographic. So imagine a National Geographic documentary. They have a team of who knows how many dozens of people. They film over the course of weeks, months, and put all that work into, you know, a 1-hour documentary. I am also making 1-hour documentaries sometimes, or maybe 30 minutes, 40 minutes, 50 minutes. But I do all of that by myself in one day. So, film today, edit this same video this evening is the ideal, although that will not be happening because I have gotten off track because I've been filming so much and adventuring so much every day, and so I just haven't been able to keep up with the editing. So currently I have 2 other videos to edit backed up. But anyways, point being, if I'm posting a video every day, then film during the day, edit in the evening, get it uploaded that night or the next day, and boom, it's out there. So it's necessarily going to be a bit rough, but I also want to keep in mind the viewer experience and try to minimize any issues. So what would be helpful for me is if people who are having a problem with the camera movements would put a time stamp in their comment. So you could put 5:30 with a colon, and then that becomes a link, although that doesn't even matter for me. If I just know what time in the video you mean, at this point in the video, then things were getting a little too crazy there, because people will post that criticism sometimes, and it's a 30 or 40 or 50 minute video, and I don't know exactly what they're referring to. For example, I just walked down the lanes, and the plan with that clip was to make it a clip with the sound muted, music over it, and then speed it up and fast forward, so that you aren't watching 2 or 3 minutes of walking with no talking at normal speed, but it zooms by kind of quick with some nice music playing. And so I don't know if maybe that is what is throwing people off sometimes, is the fast forward clips. Or when I'm talking, then yes, sometimes I will move around a bit. Or if it's a matter of I'm showing something and then I turn the camera back to me, is it that like turning the camera around part or something else? So I need more specifics to understand what the problem is. So feel free to let me know how the camera movements are going in this video. All right, time to get out of here and go find a beach. So this is Mavrovuni Beach. Looks really nice. Not the prettiest beach, but functionally it is great. Sandy, very calm waters, looks like nice and clear. Lots of room for people to spread out. Goes for like 2 kilometers down that way. Nice bay. And warm enough that I decided to put on my tank top. So super tempting to go for a swim now, but I'm just getting started with the day of filming and exploring, And I think that I won't get distracted by a swim quite yet. So I am going to keep on cruising north and east and head in the direction of Monemvasia, and probably go there today. Whether or not I actually stay there tonight, we shall see. But for those who are wondering, well, why didn't I explore the Mani Peninsula more thoroughly? There was the Diros Caves and Manisi, something like that, Vathia, a bunch of other really amazing looking places. But if I'm not going to plan to spend the whole summer on the Peloponnese, then I need to skip some things, and that will necessarily mean skipping some really amazing places, because there are so many amazing places on the Peloponnese. So I just have to make some kind of hard choices and decide, okay, well, this is an hour out of the way, which means another hour coming back up, so 2 hours of driving. And so maybe I won't go to this or that seaside town when I've seen a lot of seaside towns. And so you just got to decide, if you're going to spend 10 days, 2 weeks, what are you going to see? And then you're going to miss seeing some other places. So there is much more awesomeness ahead. Let's get on it. So many good-looking sweets here at this bakery. So I'm going for a cheesecake and then trying to decide what else. So I have no idea how to say that word there, but that is the place. Look at this. I went a little crazy. This will definitely last several days. It is going to be a very tasty brunch. So this is another part of Gythio. And look at this. Just saw a sign as I was trying to get out of town for an ancient theater. There we go, look at that. So apparently the size of the theater, of course, corresponds with the size of the town or city, and one measurement is that the theaters were created to hold about 1/3 of the population. So if this could hold a few hundred people, then the population of the town was, you know, a couple thousand or whatever. I'm sure that that isn't, you know, 100% accurate or anything, but this shows you it wasn't a big town, the ancient town here. So what I'm trying to get to is apparently up there, but a cliff in the way. So Google is wrong about something. I had seen about it online as one of the things to see around Gythio, so it should exist. You'll see what I mean. But there is something else that I came across as something to check out near Gythio, and randomly, here it is. Shipwreck. So we'll walk up to that after this and eating some delicious pastries. Okay, I think that I might need to drive around to the other side. Let's get another view of that ship. A really spectacular image there. Definitely going to do the walk along the beach. First things first. Why all the flags? Huh. There is a lot of weird stuff around here. So there doesn't seem to be a road or even any kind of a path to what I'm trying to get to, which is back up there through this just really harsh looking area of bushes and trees and stuff. But we have these steps which I suspect will do the job. And then these two little shrines or whatever, and look at this crazy looking building. So I can't tell if it is being built or being torn down, because this sign looks really old. Restaurant bar. So is it under construction, or? I guess it must be. Or being demolished. Anyways, it is time to eat before commencing an adventure up there. And so I did get proof that it exists. I saw the top of it. So first survive the road crossing, then breakfast, then an adventure. So 14.90 euros, that is about $16.50 for everything here, and I got a lot of stuff. So they threw that one in for free. And then at the market I bought a milk to wash all this sweet stuff down. Alright, so we got the cheesecake. Some sort of a chocolate on the top, and then a vanilla cream in the middle. And then she said that this was a milk pie. And then here's some little things that look really tasty. So that is baklava on the left there, and then a couple of other types of pastries. So this is definitely going to be 2 or 3 breakfasts. So out there is Gythio. As you can see, I haven't made it very far yet. This is not what I was looking for. And I don't believe that that is what I was looking for, unless that is part of it. So where the heck is what I'm looking for? I guess, boom. Valtaki Castle. It's quite small unless there's a bunch more. But how in the hell are you supposed to get there? Going through that does not look fun. Let's see about over here. Not too interesting here. Okay, we have a road. going in the wrong direction. But is there some sort of a path to get there? Because, I mean, look at this. I'm gonna try to bushwhack through that. What kind of animal tracks are those? Big dog. Okay, I don't know what the heck I'm missing, but just heard a snake, I think. So, when I looked online this morning, I searched for things to see around Gythio, and one was the castle. But it was described as being quite spectacular. That thing looks kind of small and impossible to get to. So I am wondering if there was another castle that they were referring to. More remnants of an old building there. So might have to abandon this mission. So I should give a review of breakfast. It was very delicious. I liked everything except the milk cake or pie. It was alright, but not too interesting tasting. But the cheesecake, amazing. The baklava, amazing. The little chocolate and vanilla thing was very good as well. So from here I can see the castle tower sticking up above the trees, just barely, right up above the road. But it doesn't look all that amazing. This, however, is quite amazing. The Demetrios shipwreck. Stranded here on December 23rd, 1981. So, I guess the story is a little bit murky, but it may have been a ship used for smuggling cigarettes, and you would presume something else, but it says on Wikipedia, cigarette smuggling ship from Turkey to Italy. And apparently they were caught. And then the authorities just released the boat to the sea to be wrecked intentionally, and then they set it on fire. But it is a really striking image, the way that it's stuck where it's stuck. And very colorfully graffitied. What the heck does Helch mean? N-E-A-S, Helch. A-L-E-S-S. Is that something Greek? have no idea what the name of this town or whatever it is, but I have a slight change of plans. I think that I am not going to Monemvasia today. Somewhere different. A Greek island. We'll find out what's happening in a little while. I'm in a bit of a rush. So I don't know where this is either. Just a typical Greek Peloponnesian town in the interior. So the reason that I'm in a bit of a rush is I need to catch something, and I have very few minutes to spare if I'm going to catch the one I'm trying to catch. And we can see the sea now. Getting closer. Will I make it? Alright, so the deal is there is a ferry leaving to an island, I believe in 19 minutes. And it is 10 minutes to where the ferry leaves from. So if that timing is correct, then I might have time to catch that one. If it isn't full, if it's actually going at that time. I checked the schedule this morning, not sure if I was going to go for it or not, and don't remember it exactly, but top of the hour would make sense. So if it's going at that time, then probably I will make it. Otherwise, hopefully the next one. And no. Okay, well, time to find out what the reality is. Oh, okay, well, there's a ship coming in. Oh, maybe. I mean, there is one car waiting there. Okay, maybe, oh, is that the, ticket office? Let's find out. Okay. Okay, looks like possible good news. So, I was kind of assuming 5 o'clock would be a likely time that the ferry would be going. When I checked the schedule, then it showed a bunch of times on the hour. And so it is now, well, my clock that's wrong says 3:52, which is actually 4:52. But there was a ferry schedule on the wall there, and looks like it goes at 5:10. So I have plenty of time now. So it looks like this person is probably waiting for it. So boom, looks like it's gonna work. All right. And that is the island right there. Boom, we are on. That is the ticket desk right there. 15 euros, about $16.50. Small little ferry for a small little distance. You could swim it. Somebody could swim it. So stoked that worked out. I was kind of just going on intuition. So the reason that I decided to change plans is because this makes more sense as far as my route. I will visit Monemvasia on the way back. So I think we're going already. Whoa. I think it isn't 5:10 yet. What time is it? No, it is 5:01. So, turns out they were leaving at 5 o'clock. But the whole thing happens in like 7 minutes. Wow. Love that timing. Well, I'm glad that I didn't check the schedule and see 5:10 and think that I had plenty of time and go slow, because I was trying to beat Google. It was telling me how far I had to go, and I kept trying to, you know, just going faster to speed things up a little bit and shave a minute off here and there. There's an unhappy person there. They were honking. Yeah, the lady that was sitting by that little blue and white building pointed me at the schedule and confirmed that is the next one, and it said 5:10. So I don't know what's going on, but I made it. Okay, I don't have a room booked yet. That is the town that I will be staying in. Looks like we're going to be there in 3 minutes. That is some good-looking Wi-Fi for a Greek island. Not crazy fast, but it will work. So, boom, I am in. 50 euros, $55 US for a very nice room, nicely decorated, and with a proper bathroom for a change, with a roomy shower. Yay for that, because there have been a lot of teeny tiny ones. So I found this on booking.com after driving off the ferry, and it was going to be $60. So there is the ferry port, and so I decided to just drive over here and see if it was a little bit cheaper in person instead of booking it on booking.com, and sure enough, saved €5 per night because I have it for 2 nights so that I can take a little break here. So the ferry did not leave early. The schedule is a little bit confusing, and so the 5:10 time was for a different day. It was in fact leaving at 5. So man, that was cutting it close. If there had been like a truck in front of me along the way down here and I'd been slowed down, then might have missed it. But the next one was at 5:30, so no big deal. But it is a little bit chilly out there, so going to head out and do a quick little tour of town, and that is all for now, and then get to work. But one of the reasons why I wanted to come here, as well as the route making sense, is because the weather forecast looks great for the next couple of days. So decided to stay here 2 nights, not have to pack up tomorrow, have some time to get some work done. This island is so small it takes about 10 minutes to drive across it. So let's get out of here and get some more clothes on, because it is chilly today, but tomorrow showing sunny. So let's go see a little bit of the main town. Looks like that is the 5:30 ferry. Probably that car that was honking is on it. So you might be wondering where I am. This is Elafonisos, my 62nd Greek island. Not to be confused with Elafonisos, which is a different tiny little island next to Crete Island. And so this is right next to Gythio Island, which is another island that I want to visit, which I haven't been to yet. It is out there, a larger island that is supposed to be really, really nice as well. And so I am considering whether to go there, but thinking about maybe not for now, because it sounds like a good island to spend 4 or 5 days on. And this trip, as I've said, is already going to be longer than I had anticipated, it's going to be another at least 3 or 4 days spending 2 nights here. Okay, here's a map of the island. Alright, there's one like really big looking beach. That is the one that is about 10 minutes away. And so after leaving here in 2 days, then I have Monemvasia to visit, and it's supposed to be like the most amazing place on the Peloponnese. And then I need to return the car at Athens. There's also Nafplio. Looks like an amazing city. There is Matana, and much, much more. So the Peloponnese is really somewhere that you could plan to spend a month or 2 or 3. And so I'll just see in a couple of days what I'm feeling like, but I might plan to return the car in 3, 4, 5 days, and then save Gythio Island for another time, quite possibly later in the summer. Also, with weather not being ideal, it could be better to wait for it to warm up a little bit more and get a better island, beach, sunnier, warmer experience. And also, you can get to Gythio by taking a ferry from Athens or flights. There is an airport there, so I don't need to do another road trip back down here to get to Gythio. Whereas that is not the case with Elafonisi or Elafonisos, not Elafonisi. There's no airport and no direct ferries from Athens to here. Let's go to the little church. Really nice waterfront area here with lots of restaurants to choose from, with a great view. They're all the traditional Greek tavernas, which is great. That's what I like. Very colorful tables here. Oh, they're different flags. So Greek, Swiss, Italy, red, yellow, and black. Is that Germany? So far, Elafonisos is looking to be really, really sweet. Just super peaceful. Obviously, their tourist season is just barely beginning. But come back in June or especially July or August, and I bet this place is pretty popular. Although it is a bit out of the way to get here. Elafonisos restaurants. See, they're not open yet. Duck house. Whoa. That's really cool. Looks like fun times on the fishing boats. And the church. There is the mainland. I think that is the Laconia Peninsula, the third one to the east. That looks like a major town over there. I think that is where you catch a ferry to Gythio Island, and probably that is Gythio Island that I can see in the distance there. Okay, I think that is basically going to wrap it up for today's exploring. I'm going to get back to my room and relax there. Well, relax, get to work a bit anyways on my latest videos, and then head out a little bit later and go get some yummy Greek food. So glad to be on this island for a couple of days.